Hey guys, Tim at TLB Consulting here. Hope you're all doing well. Listen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had somebody ask you what you do for a living, and then, like, seconds after you start to tell them what you do, they completely lose interest, start talking about something else, or even turn away from you and start talking to somebody else? It's actually pretty common. And I think the reason is because they're not actually wanting to know what you do for a living. It's just a way to create small talk and then move on to something else. And as entrepreneurs, we're generally pretty excited about what we do for a living. So somebody asks us, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And we're like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah," like we just throw up all over them. And seconds into it, they're like thinking to themselves, "Yeah, whoa." So back when I used to do a lot of ECRM events, I created something I call a pitch clip. And I mean, in its essence, it's really just a vague statement about what you do that you leave hanging out there. So when people ask me what I do for a living, I say, I introduce products to the world. And then I just leave it there. And probably 99.9% of the time, they look back at me and say, "What is that? What do you mean? What do you mean you introduce products to the world?" Now, they are generally wondering what that means. Now they are actually generally interested in what I do because they just asked me. And so when they said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" This much interest. After my pitch clip, this much interest. And now I'm able to actually spend a little bit of time explaining to them what I do and actually have a meaningful conversation. So I don't know what that pitch clip is for you, that vague statement, but it's got to pique interest and it's got to hang out there. And once you put it out there, don't say anything. You can't say, "I introduce products to the world." And what that really means is, no, I introduce products to the world. And then act like that, you just mic drop, boom. And they will come back and say, "What does that mean?" You know, I had a client that used to sell dog supplement. And the pitch clip that we used to use for her product was, "Yeah, we help dogs live longer." How do you do that? Oh, great question. Well, let me tell you about, kangaroo dogs, and on and on and on. So if somebody asks you what you do for a living, try that and see if it doesn't create a meaningful conversation. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.